what lessons can the construction industry learn from the oil and gas and the power and water side?
Sure, just bear with me 1 second.
Sure. You have a slide, excellent.
I've got a slide. Here's one I made earlier. So if I look at the sectors, and again, this is really the beauty of Crux, to drill down and look at comparisons between different sectors and how they perform. You can clearly see that in the oil and gas sector, if you look at the EOT claim, for example, it's the lowest of all of those, comparing it with buildings and power and utilities. Now, if you think about Saudi Aramco, for example, as an oil and gas developer, employer, very established processes, procedures, a robust contracting form, a very clear route to market for projects in terms of due diligence, planning, tender, and that in turn makes its way through into the project and how the project is delivered. So certainly you see the issues in dispute are different in these mega oil and gas projects. And I think one of the reasons we're seeing EOTs are lower is because of the kind of developer developing these big projects. Cost claims not hugely dissimilar between oil and gas and buildings, let's say. But I think what is important to remember, I saw one of the questions on the stage platform where the comment was that this seems a bit low. What is important to remember is the cost claims are made in different ways. So you may have a prolongation cost claim, you may have a disruption cost claim, you may have disputed variations. So cost claims are all made in different ways, and particular to a Aramco contract, there may be costs considered in different ways.
Okay, Sorry. Carry on.
No, go on, Richard.
I was just going to say that we're getting a bit low on time, so I want to just go to a question that's come in, which I wanted to put to you, Haroon. This doesn't relate to the slides. This is from somebody who's obviously working in Canada or has experience in Canada. It says some clients in Canada are exploring something called IPD, so integrated project delivery, in which all of the parties on a project, they collaborate closely with a shared goal. So I guess this is talking about alliancing contracts or, setting up project teams. Is this something, and you may not be able to answer this, but is this should this be an objective, and is it a realistic objective in Saudi Arabia?
I mean, if you ask me personally, it should absolutely be an objective. And we've seen, the colleague mentioned Canada, we've seen collaboration being used successfully for the delivery of the London Olympics, for example. Collaboration, KPIs for collaboration is certainly being pushed by such as industry bodies such as the RICS, etc., and the collaborative tools to deliver projects. Is it being done in Saudi? I think we're getting to awareness of the collaborative approach. I think we've still got a long way to go before we can truly say that projects are being delivered in a collaborative way.